Okay, guys, today we're reacting to her story, so let's go.
It was my first day as the captain's assistant on a boat tour when I went below deck and saw water spraying through a crack in the bottom of the boat. My heart raced as I sprinted up and grabbed the captain's arm. "Sir, there's a leak. We need to evacuate." But he rolled his eyes. "Relax, rookie. This boat always leaks a little. I've done this 1,000 times." I wanted to believe him, but the deck was packed with families, little kids in life vests eating ice cream, miles from shore. And when I looked back down the stairs, the water had already swallowed the bottom steps, and I knew this boat would sink in minutes. "Please, we have to turn back." But he shoved me aside and gunned the engine toward a shortcut. "I'm not ruining my schedule over a little puddle." But then the boat slammed over a bed of rocks, and I heard a crash from below. I ran down to check, and the original crack had split into a gaping hole, water pouring in faster than before. The floor tilted so fast, a little girl slid past me screaming, "Mommy, we're sinking!" I ran back up to the wheel, where the captain stood frozen, so I grabbed the radio myself. "Mayday, we're sinking 2 miles out. Send help now." Cold water surged up over my ankles, and the second it hit the captain's feet, his face went white and he lost it. "I'm scared of drowning. Every man for himself." He tore the radio from my hands, grabbed a life raft, and shoved past me so hard the steering wheel snapped off its mount. I yelled, "You can't leave us!" But he'd already jumped, and it was just me, a broken wheel, and a boat full of crying families going under. We had maybe a minute before we went under, so I slammed the emergency lever, and the life rafts burst open along the rails. The water was at my knees as I dragged every family up out of it and shoved them in. But by the time I went back and grabbed the broken wheel, the water was at my waist and freezing, but I forced it back onto its mount. I steered quickly toward the shore as it rose to my chest, and the boat started sinking under me. Then the boat hit the shallow bottom and stopped, safe, as the Coast Guard raced in to help families from my mayday. But out in the waves, the captain was tangled in the raft he'd stolen, going under, screaming, "Help me, I'm drowning." I dove in and dragged him back onto shore. "You've done this 1,000 times, and a rookie had to save your ship and your life." It was my first day as
Okay, let's move on to
the kid from next door stepped on the gas pedal of his white truck and rammed straight through my dad's fruit produce stand. Fruit and wood went flying across the lot, but none of us were surprised. You see, my dad built that stand the year my daughter was born, and every year the kid would come and smash it. We tried to stop it standing in front of the truck, but it never worked. But the stand only cost $200 to rebuild, so all 3 of us rebuilt it together every year. But everything changed when my dad got sick. The last time he came to see the stand, he was so sick he could barely stand, and he was leaning on my arm. I guided him to sit in a folding chair, and he watched my daughter drive the nails in herself. He passed away 3 weeks later. After the funeral, my daughter climbed up on a milk crate with a paintbrush and wrote "Grandpa" across the top board, one shaky letter at a time. The next morning, I heard the boy coming again. I screamed, "Please, no! My dad is dead now, and this is all we have left of him." But he smirked, stepped on the gas pedal, and floored it. Boards went flying. He stuck his head out the window. "Build it stronger next time." My daughter watched her grandpa's name skid across the pavement. Enough was enough. That night, I drove to the hardware store. I came out with a 5-gallon bucket, a bag of quick-set concrete mix, and a steel pipe. I spent all night pouring concrete into a bucket, sticking a strong steel post in it, and letting it dry for a week. Then, me and my daughter built the wooden stand around this super strong base. She climbed back up on the milk crate and painted Grandpa across the top board again. We sat on the curb across the lot and waited. That afternoon, the kid came in his truck. The truck swung wide, lined up, and floored it. But as soon as he hit the produce stand, the smirk was wiped off his face. His truck crashed into the cement. The glass of his windows cracked, and the truck started folding in on itself. Steam rose from the hood. The kid kicked his door open and stumbled out, staring at the bumper crumpled around the steel post. The wooden boards had splintered off around the base. Grandpa was still painted across the top, untouched. My daughter looked at the kid. "We took your advice and built it stronger." The kid from next door.
Oh my god.
I surprised my best friend with a birthday cake. "Happy birthday." Faye slapped me across the face. "You're the worst friend I've ever had." I held my cheek in shock, wondering why she would say that. "If it wasn't for you, everyone would love me. But because you always whisper bad things about me in people's ears after I talk to them, they don't like me. It's not fair. I'm going through a lot right now." I was extremely sad because I hadn't been talking bad about her. You see, whenever Faye spoke, she was extremely rude. So I would whisper in people's ears about how she was going through a lot and convince them to forgive her. And instead of thanking me, she was getting mad at me. Okay, I won't whisper in people's ears anymore. She was about to find out exactly how many people hated her. As everyone arrived at Faye's party, I watched Faye walk up to a girl in our class and start pinching her skin. Wow, I've never seen a girl with so many fat rolls wear a dress so tight. I love your confidence. Usually, I would swoop in and remind everyone that Faye was going through a lot and needed forgiveness. But now I was just watching it happen. Our classmate looked disgusted and walked away to talk shut about her at her own party. I saw her talking to someone else. No offense, but I don't even blame your ex-boyfriend for cheating on you. You're chopped and you don't even go to the gym. What did you expect? Every single person in the room grabbed their things to leave. Faye stuttered. "Wait, where are you guys going?" They all left. It was just me and her. She turned to me. "What just happened? Why did they all leave? Every time you say something terrible, I'm the one whispering to your friends to convince them to forgive you." Her face went white. "By the way, Faye, you're not going through a lot. You're just a bitch." I surprised my
God,
best friend.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not know they were gonna say a cuss word. I'm so sorry,
A
guys.
seagull ripped my sandwich out of my hands mid-bite, and when it landed on the boardwalk, I swear I saw it smiling at me. I clenched my fists because I hadn't eaten all day just to save room for it. I jabbed a finger at him. You just started a war. The next day, I came back to the same bench with a newly made, fresh, impeccable sandwich. I opened up the foil and took a whiff of my creation. Beautiful. But as soon as I took a bite into the sandwichy goodness, my arch nemesis snatched the whole thing. I jolted up to give him the finger, and he pooped on my coat. I wiped it off with one napkin. Oh, it's on. That night, I stood at my kitchen counter and built the most beautiful sandwich of my life. Turkey stacked high, fresh red tomatoes in the middle, and extra mayo on both slices. I folded one special ingredient into the middle, wrapped it up, and held it to the sky like a soldier raising his knife before war. The next morning, I sat on the same bench, held the sandwich up, and unwrapped the foil slowly. Wow, I cannot wait to eat this beautiful sandwich. It would be such a shame if a flying creature stole it and ate it. 3 seconds later, my enemy took the bait, ripped it from my hand, and flew it straight to his crew on the pier to show off. The second his beak tore the bread open, the whole thing exploded into a cloud of pink glitter. It blasted his face, his wings, and every friend next to him, and the mayo made sure it was glued to every feather. He'd finally stolen the one sandwich I made just for him. His crew started squawking, all extremely angry because he'd gotten glitter on all of them. The biggest one reared back and smacked him clean across the head with a wing. I pulled my real sandwich out of my bag, took a huge bite, and this time I was the one smiling at him. A seagull